Welcome back. When I mentioned the word lottery, what comes to mind? Is it lots of money or maybe entering the lottery to run the Boston Marathon? But for hikers, that could mean winning the lottery to hike a national park of their dreams. And I was fortunate enough to get accepted into the lottery for hiking Half Dome.
And I know as you experienced firsthand, Marcel, the Half Dome is a treacherous hike found in the mountains of Yosemite and Central California. And life-threatening obstacles include mountain lions, gridlock, and just sheer exhaustion more than 10,000 feet above sea level, which I know you experienced yourself. It was a change of scenery that brought 4 El Paso women together to conquer a mountain that's other than the Franklins.
Yes, a little change of scenery. And I'm excited to share I was able to capture it all to bring it to you. This is the start of our climb. A climb that started at 2 in the morning, had a mountain lion encounter, and had us out of breath. Oh my God. Quite literally. But before we reach the summit, we have to begin at the base of the mountain. That begins with a friendship that blossomed in the borderland and its love for the Franklins.
I've been hiking since like 16 years old.
Oh man, I started hiking when I was 26.
Probably over the last few years, I've really gotten into hiking.
831 through 860.
Each with their own personal story, telling themselves words of encouragement before boarding a flight to a challenge that would change their lives.
I've had scoliosis since I was an adolescent. I just want to complete it for myself.
We are stronger than we think we are. And I also just saw a video of a 94-year-old man conquering the hike that we're going to do today. So to me, that's super inspirational.
Most people who don't hike, they never get to see those views.
Off we were, flying into Fresno. From there, it was nearly a 3-hour drive to Yosemite, with Mother Nature already showing off during our drive. We immediately got to our hotel and started prepping.
Want to basically get up, get dressed, and get going.
Like children on Christmas morning, we were up and at 'em at 2 a.m., ready to hit the trails by 3:30.
How are you feeling?
So excited, nervous.
So excited!
Yay.
We felt so small, overpowered by the silhouettes of trees who have stood tall for centuries. Our boots already hitting the ground, starting at John Muir Trail. The first few miles were a steep incline, serving as an appetizer for the main course later on. The climb feeling like a Stairmaster, but way spicier. And we weren't alone. 5 miles in, we had an encounter with a mountain lion. We made noise to scare it off, but after regrouping, we convinced ourselves the sun was coming up soon to help awaken the unknown around us. And it sure did. We saw the sun peeping through the mountains, in which it soon illuminated Yosemite in all its glory. Our first waterfall, Nevada Fall. After a much-needed break, it was time to get back into action. We were about another 5 miles away from Half Dome, and we wanted to get there before more crowds showed up. From where we stood, Half Dome loomed ahead, the granite gleaming in the sunlight, a beauty from the distance, but also serving as a reminder of its danger as the hike has turned deadly for some. But before the treacherous climb, there was another initiation period, Subdome. It's the final major ascent before reaching the famous Half Dome cables.
Oh, this is so bad.
You can even hear the shortness of my breath. Steep drop-offs and no handrails, and we were already flirting with nearly 9,000 feet above sea level with a 40-degree incline the whole way. Our bodies already tired from the 9 miles of incline, but alas, we finally made it to the start of the climb on a lot of hikers' bucket lists. Let's give you a perspective of this climb. The cable section of Half Dome is a steep exposed climb up the final 400 feet of the slippery granite face with a steep slope which reaches up to a 45 to 70 degree angle. This with sheer drops on either side. The physically demanding, mentally intense hike can turn deadly in any second, and gloves are essential to hold on to the cable since you're pretty much rappelling the dome without a harness. And so we did it.
I can't look. I'm too scared.
And here's another angle from my friend Danielle and her 360 camera. Scared and shaky, one by one, we cheered our way to the top.
Good job, Marcel!
Woo! They made it to the top.
We made it!
At the top of Half Dome, the view is breathtaking and vast, with a panoramic view of Yosemite National Park, creating reactions like this.
Holy I thought it was awesome.
Just halfway?
Yeah. I mean, once you're here, you just got to take it all in and you just got to like hype yourself up. This is just another
chapter in life. It was another accomplishment in the journey of life.
And then it hit us. What goes up?
I still gotta go back down.
The same route that just destroyed our glutes and quads, now targeting our joints and blistered feet. Taking the mist trail way back down, we counted the miles, wrapping up our journey at 5:30 in the afternoon. The adrenaline winding down, allowing us to process the emotions of what we just accomplished. And looking at the numbers, about 50,000 hikers climb the cable route to the top each year from all types of backgrounds. And since the introduction of the cable permit quota, the daily number of people who can ascend the cables is now limited to around 300 per day during the high season. It was only fitting to celebrate the next day as real tourists, wearing matching sweatshirts and getting a bird's eye view of Half Dome. The sun setting on a view that tested our mental and physical capabilities. And like Shauna's Hakuna Matata tattoo, the journey was a reminder to take life's path with a no worries, no troubles approach. A journey 4 El Paso women conquered together.
Yay!
I know it's a big struggle, but that last shot, you guys were able to put your game faces, take the game faces off and put some smiles on there.
Yeah.
I haven't done that hike, but I've been to Yosemite and I've done the hikes there and it's not easy.
The elevation? I don't know. There's something different out there. I was dying. I cried several times. It was very
10,000
cathartic.
feet above sea level, that's up there.
And I actually didn't want to do the cables, but all the girls were like, you have to do this because it's a once in a lifetime trip. So they pushed me through it. And
props
did it
to
all.
your friends, fellow El Pasoans who are overcoming other struggles in life and doing this. So it's an inspiration to more people to get on out there and get active.
Yes. All right. Well,